we have double start to 1990. We're going to get rid of all of this stuff up to 1997.
What just happened?
Here's the pop.
I don't even know where we got this data. Do you even know where we got that data?
I don't know how it was.
So there's our population maintenance. And now we're going to get the corresponding log of water. Let's do it over here.
Where did you get the population predictions?
LN1.
Where did you get the population from? Because I missed that, because I was trying to get my computer to work.
Well, we'll get back to it later. It was on the, it was in the, I'm not going
I
back.
thought we were going over it.
Okay, now, we're going to first put this in. This is going to be equal to a minus 36.4876. 4876 plus 0.02624. Four, 8, 6, 7 times P. What is P? P is just
1990.
year over year. Okay? That's what P is. See how we use that equation?
No.
That's right. We're going to multiply that number, the year number, by that 0.0246. We're going to add it to minus 36.487. Go ahead. Control, Shift, Enter. All right? And now we'll just pull this down.
This is how you do time studies.
So that is the logarithm of the GDP. Now we want to get the GDP.
This is
Now to get the GDP from the logarithm, we simply exponentiate. Equals EXP. Open. You click on this. Close. Control Shift Enter. And now we drag this down. Now we have the GDP extrapolated out.
in millions.
Now what we want to extrapolate out is the GDP per capita, Y over.
He hasn't said anything.
So I'm going to put the years, I'm going to repeat the years over here. P. I want to copy these.
You did.
Put it here. And paste that. And now what we're going to do is put Y over P over here.
Provide the population.
Y slash P. GDP divided by population. And that's going to be equal to this Y value divided by this P value. Control Shift Enter.
Doesn't make sense. Because it should be, isn't the GDP in millions already?
That doesn't look right.
Yeah, the GDP is in millions.
That should be divided by this one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
In millions. Slash this. Control Shift Enter. All right.
There you go.
There's the per capita. Drag this down. That, and now we have made a projection of the GDP per capita. Now, when we look at this, we don't see any decrease in the case of Netherlands. The GDP per capita in 2010 was about 43,069, but it keeps increasing every 5 years. You notice how it's increasing every 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
So the Dutch are getting richer every 5 years. They're getting richer per person. By the time we get to 2100, if it continues like this, they'll be up to almost 400,000 per person in real terms. That's inflation removed. That would be amazing. But two things we have to notice from this. Number one, in order for the GDP per capita to increase like that, you have to have GDP increasing faster than the population. If the population is growing faster than your GDP, it'll decrease. That's why there's so much emphasis on growth. This is what the debates are all about. How are we going to get the economy growing again? Why do we want the economy to grow again? The population is expanding. The labor force is expanding. If the GDP doesn't grow faster than that, we're going to get poorer as a nation. Not everybody. I'll still be rich. Some other people. Other people are going
Where did you get the population projections? I'm sorry, I was trying to make
I'm going to do it over again.
I just need to
Pay
worry.
attention the second time around.
Okay.
Everything over, or?
Yeah, everything else. We're going to do it with another country. This is just-
Please, thank you.
Just like go a little slower than last time? Just a little
Now
slower.
watch this.
I don't need to go slower, I just didn't know where you got that.
Insert.
Just a little slower.
Yeah. Here's my scatter chart. Yes. Scatter plot.
Our exponential projection.
Draw that.
Now we'll move this chart. I'm going to do a little editing on this. First, the grid line. Now, we want these are going about every 10 years, we're going to go every 5 years.
How do you have so much money? Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Now, they're a little bit hard to see, but we can do things about them. We can do some things about them.
Excuse me, thank you.
And here. So this improves it. Put them on an angle, right? Now, here we have the heading, okay? So the heading's going to be GDP per capita. Netherlands. Constant U S stock. Now, who can tell me why I put constant US dollars instead of millions of US dollars?
Because it's the difference between inflation and non-inflated.
Why?
Because it's the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP.
Say it again.
It's the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP. This is constant US dollars and not nominal US dollars.
Yeah, but why do I leave out the word millions? That's the question.
Fluctuating rate?
Oh, because we divided each by millions, so this is not billions.
Right. The GDP was in millions, and the population was in millions. And you divide one by the other, millions crosses out and comes out in plain old dollars. All right?
Okay.
So these are the little things you have to know when you're doing these things for commercial purposes. Correct units. When people read it. I'm amazed at some of the stuff I get from Wall Street, the wrong units. Yeah.
So we're using correction, so it's coming.
The idea is that people can read it, understand what they're reading. I mean, I could have mixed it up. I could have put millions, I could have had the GDP in millions and the population in thousands, but it wouldn't make any sense. Now we got it in units.
There's a joke.
Correct. Whenever you look at per capita, it's got to be corrected. The only thing that's important is to know what year of GDP. So I should put it over here. That's 2005. Get rid of that. So there's our picture. And what we have here is historical data combined with a projection. A projection that we made that goes beyond up till 2010. That was all historical data. After 2010, it was all projected. Now, there are ways we can also handle that. We could have added another column here for historical. And the historical would be just these numbers. And then we have two series. One series we can put in one line way, the other in the other.
Hey, can I do this one? No.
Now you can see historical from the projections. And then you put it all together, right? And then you just build it up to the format that's going on.
I don't want to get rid of
And that way you can also put historical projections. Now normally, we don't go all the way out to 2200. 2100. Because right now we're in 2010. 2100 would be like 90 years from now.
38 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
90 years.
$20 as a
Kind of a long
memory.
So we'll cut this down. You know, let's look at it so it's short of this. Let's get rid of all of this. Going out to 2030 is enough. This was already enough.
Yeah, but I won't.
Population people go very long. They have better reliability with their projections.
Except in the 70s.
This would be a better projection. Sure. So the red represents the historical, and the blue represents the trend that the Netherlands is going.
Republicans.
Now, I'm going to repeat this exercise for another country. You want me to do Spain?
Spain is awesome.
Peru?
Peru.
Let's pick another country in Latin America.
Where's Ecuador?
Argentina.
How about Paraguay?
Paraguay. It's one of my favorites.
Over Parador.
Paraguay. You know what I like about Paraguay? They don't practice birth control.
You should edit it.
You're recording this, aren't you?
The population explodes over time.
It's the music.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
There you go.
I'm going to start sculpting all over.
I hope I have this class on the birthday.
Shouldn't you?
If we do a
Wednesday, dude, you're so close. So close. You do something the next day.
This is cool, I think.
Where?
We could have kind of like. Like super troopers.
1, 2, 3.
612?
I love
That's
it.
what's this thing?
It's free coffee, so you could definitely taste it. Yeah, you want to put it right here.
Oh, that's good.
The bars that they go into when he's under his dress no longer.
I'm hungry, you just go there.
The bars are orange town.
Kind of eating scraps or whatever. Business people give you those.
What? Who needs food? I will buy you.
I have some nuts. Are you hungry? You're eating scraps?
No, I should be going hungry when we do. Oh, God.
You're such a socialist. Yeah, you. No one should be going hungry.
Why is pain not
They go to Fordham, and this is where I'm going to go. Right wing.
Hold on, hold on. Where was this from?
Toronto here.
Total population was 6,900.
Here we are. Back over here. And start all over. So we're going to do Paraguay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the GDP by expenditure in constant U.S. dollar. Here we go. Constant 2005 prices U.S. dollar, due date. And then we go down here and find our country.
Oh, we should do occupied Palestinian territory.
And there go. Everybody with me?
We're with you.
Oh, wait. We could have done the Philippines. They don't practice birth control up there. Oh, yeah. But not the Philippines.
Maybe Japan.
I was an advisor in the Philippines. I was an advisor, national advisor for National Economic Development. They don't practice. I remember going through the statistics, and I found a family with 19 children.
I don't think I did that. I didn't do that. I went.
Same father. I don't know about the mother.
What about Brazil?
Very.
Where do you go? The thing that you told me, it's on the.
What database are you in?
National account.
Oh, no. Databases go to national accounts.
Okay, I got it.
Got it?
And then,
Everybody here in this place?
Yep.
Yep.
and then
Don't say
count.
no, just get there.
Who said no? Raise your hand.
Just do it.
Well, you're not in the class.
Yes.
You are.
You was
Get to that place.
Yeah.
Why is mine not saying?
You told me you were, not in class anymore.
Yeah, but I still pay for it, I have to pay.
Well, you're in the class and you're not in the class.
I'm in the class. I was, but I would pay for it.
Well, you were, passed.
Against you on my.
All right?
I don't know what it
Everybody's got that.
Yep.
Could you help them get this?
Where did you get this? I didn't see this. Wait, type of % of your Const 2005 prices. Can you go back one? Yes, can go back one. Kiss my ass. National Accounts Estimates of Main Aggregates.
I'll ask him again.
Well, I don't know what you mean. He didn't choose that.
2005 prices.
I'm going exactly.
Where? This one?
My final. Final consumption. That's what you get for eavesdrop. I know, this is your favorite, right?
Killing me small.
I'm killing you small.
Got it?
Yep.
Remember it.
Think I'd rather be that than.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the next step.
All right.
Okay, Professor, let's do this. It says select pivot column. Everybody go put their cursor up there.
All right.
Yes.
Click. And then you move over to here. Click. Come down to here, it says item. Click. Item. Click. Update.
Nice.
Click there. There we go. The screen should look like this. Okay?
Yes.
Where I am.
Anybody who doesn't have a screen like this, raise your hand. Why don't you?
I know.
No, you got it.
You have
Yeah, but they're a lot less. Those, it's the same. Yeah,
It's the same thing.
Okay.
my bad.
Yeah, you bet. Now, the next thing is go over here to sort order. Everybody go here, sort order. Come on, you gotta stay with us. This way. Got it? Yes. Click. And down here it says year ascending. Click. Thank you.
Don't do it.
Everybody there?
Yes.
You update.
Come on.
Click.
Now that the years are ascending rather than descending. Now we go to select column.
Gotcha.
Click. Now the first thing we want to get rid of is this thing right over here called final consumption expenditure. You click on that and the arrow disappears. Then we go down a little bit. We go to where it says gross, fixed,
Gotcha.
capital formation. We want to get rid of that. And changes in inventory. Now hit update.
First, fix capital formation.
First, final consumption expenditure. There's an arrow in here, you gotta click it out. Gross fixed capital formation. Now you gotta click it out, changes in inventory, click it out, then you update. All right, now when you do that, you're ready to download. Once that is done, we're ready for the download. We'll go over here and open. Go over here and click on this. You'll see a spreadsheet over here. There it is. This is what we downloaded. And we'll change the names over here. Starting over here in C, that becomes capital C for consumption. Next word is general, that means government.
It's investment.
Then there's a growth cap, that means investment. Export, we put an X. Import, we put an M. And gross domestic product, we put a Y. Everybody good? Right?
Yep.
That's GI, correct?
Now we go over here and we create a new column. By clicking there and then going over here to info. And that creates a blank column there. Then we go over here, copy that, and put it over here. And we'll paste it back. So now we have two Y's, but this is the one we want to keep. We're going to delete that one. So now our data are in the form that we want.
So we're getting rid of.
One Y and Y. Yes.
Alright.
It's fine.
We want Y on the left, that's why it's always presented. Y is equal to the sum of these components minus this. So now we highlight 6 spaces here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. If you finish it, raise your hand.
Yeah.
How you doing, James?
Come on, come
Okay, equal. Now we highlight the first row over here. Divide.
519.
And now we put 1 million here. 1, 6, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Control Shift. And then we grab this in the corner over here. And now we'll hit
This one,
copy,
this one.
click over here. Go over here and say, paste back. And now we've moved all that, we're over here, over there. And now we just delete that. Now we have this data in millions of dollars, but we want to get rid of the decimal point.
So we get rid of these.
No, we have to copy first.
Yeah.
Do you really need till 1970? Can we do it from
No, we're gonna
1990?
get rid of that. This is what the data for the power grid look like.
What just happened there? Get rid of the decimals?
Now, we're gonna get rid of 1970 and 1990. Get all that.